Friends, good evening. Shyamol here. Uh, Today I'm going to talk about a very interesting subject, very interesting legal thing. So you all know, like, if somebody is telling somebody, ये समाज क्या हो गया, आलू जैसे सब सड़ गया है, तेरा आलू जैसे कैरेक्टर हो गया। बहुत सारा आदमी बोलता है आलू से सोना निकालता है। तो आलू में बहुत सारा डिजीज होता है। वो डिजीज सिम्टम्स जो है बहुत सारा है उसका अंदर में। मैं सिम्टम जो है उसमें बोलता हूँ, जैसे बैक्टीरियल विल्ट है, सेप्टोरियल लीफ स्पॉट है, लेड ब्लाइट है, अर्ली ब्राइट है, कॉमन स्क्रैब है, ब्लैक क्रैक कैंकर है। तो वायरल डिजीज भी बहुत होता है, पोटैटो स्पिंडल होता है, ब्लैक लेग एंड सॉफ्ट नॉट, इस टाइप का डिजीज होता है उसमें। जैसे आलू से सबको कंपेयर किया जाता है। आलू एक ऐसा चीज होती है, वो सबके साथ आप डाल दो, आप मिल्क के साथ भी डाल दो, सब्जी के साथ भी डाल दो, राइस के साथ भी डाल दो, दाल के साथ भी डाल दो, आलू आलू किधर भी जाके वो एडजस्ट कर लेते हैं। आलू का कैरेक्टर बहुत अजीब है। फ्रेंड्स, व्हाट आई वाज ट्राइंग टू टेल ओवर हियर दैट so our society is like a potato, the people like their character. So it can suck your blood and energy for many reasons. So there are a lot of disease probably symptoms is there in the society. People are not everybody is dishonest, nor everybody is honest. That is what society is all about. Any society will find some bad elements, some good elements. I have come across a gentleman. So while purchasing one house, so this house is talking about, let me show you. This is an agreement. It is the initial draft. It's not draft agreement. It is a notary document. So that is memorandum of understanding. What is this all about? This is purchasing one house. It is costing officially 1.69 CR, and initially it was decided that how the payment to be made, everything has been discussed over here. 35 lakhs rupees check to be paid, then 1 crore 20 lakhs rupees loan to be paid directly to this gentleman and all. But afterwards it was found that this gentleman is having a loan outstanding from bank, from where he took the loan. The entire outstanding is close to 1.69 CR. So when it was found, then bank told that the Canara Bank, where he was holding his papers, the original bank, his house paper, the original paper was there with them. Bank told that we are only going to give you original documents once your bank from where we are taking loan, that money is directly paid to them. Now this gentleman is not coming into the picture. Already we have paid him a 5 lakhs rupees check as a token amount. Now the question is, if we have to pay 1.69 CR to directly to bank, and the advance amount of 5 lakhs rupees what we have paid this gentleman, he told that he is going to return this money, and he has kept as a secret thing that he has not told initial level he has got that much outstanding. For 8-10 years he has not paid a single EMI. So it was accumulated interest and everything has been there. You know that if you don't pay anything, and bank has sent him many notice. When I went to bank and inquired about the whole thing, and it was discovered that this is what many legal documents, many legal notice has been sent to this gentleman for recovery, and they have reached up to certain level that they want to take their house and sell it to an open market to recover the loan outstanding. So what is there close to 1.69 share. So since I am a buyer, so bank told since you have come, you make this agreement and you pay us 1.69 share, and we have agreed, and this is the agreement between the owner and between us. This is the entire agreement. It talks about how we are going to pay it. Initial level 35 lakhs rupees to be paid to him, then 1.29 crores to be paid to the loan what you are taking from the bank, that will be paid to the Canara Bank. Then we'll get the original document. This is the signature of this gentleman, and this is the notary and everything. You can see this is a legal document, the first draft. Now the question is, entire procedure. It took 1 year to do all kind of formalities because he was not revealing many things. So it was found all the from the bank. They have revealed, okay, you talk to us directly, we'll help you. Bank has helped, Canara Bank has helped like anything. Now, what is happening? Sorry, what is happening? What happened to the advance amount that we have paid to him? That 5 lakhs rupees. We paid him a check from SBI of 5 lakhs rupees. He told that he is going to return this money. Against that, he has given 3 checks. That is 1,39,000. One check, another check is 1,25,000, and another check is 1,25,000. It is close to 2,50,000, 3 lakh, close to 90,000 rupees. So he has adjusted some amount of money that he told that 5 lakhs rupees, that money what he had given, he made one more agreement stating that at 5 lakhs rupees, he had some furniture. Against that, he had adjusted something. He told that close to 2,50,000 rupees he is going to pay, and against that, and another 1,39,000 rupees check is he has not paid his property tax for 10-12 years. That is amounted to close to 1,39,000 rupees. That is also he has not told. So we have to pay initial level the entire amount. Then afterwards, when we told that you need to pay this amount, and he has not transferred the property name in his name also. So once you buy from one person, that has to be transferred. Ownership has to be transferred officially, even if you do the agreement. Afterwards, all agreement done. So register office, whatever formalities, everything completed, submitted document to bank. We got the loan, paid, original document mortgaged, everything has been completed. The property is in our name. Now question is, all the checks. Now these checks are the nothing but a piece of papers until or unless it is not realizing or it is not clearing. So it is a simply piece of paper. So it's a garbage paper. Still I am holding those papers. I feel those are garbage paper. People are, how dishonest those people are. I'll tell you this story. Afterwards, he has given these 3 checks. So we have submitted in due date. First check was bounced, second check was bounced, third was bounced. So after 7 days, again we have submitted, it was bounced. The second one bounced, third was also bounced. So then we consulted a lawyer. He told, you submit 3 times, you have to deposit and clear it. Meantime, I was talking to this gentleman that he was not taking the phone, that I'll do it, I'll take my own time and do it, don't worry and all, I'll clear it, something like he was telling. And he's a very rich fellow, let me tell you. I'm not revealing, I can reveal his name. He stays in Kolaba, and every time he speaks very philosophically that he knows the big personality industrialists like Ratan Tata, and he many times he goes to Ratan Tata's house to have tea and all. So it's fine, there is no problem. He's having a house in Kulava. It's a very, very, very rich posh area. Maybe 20 crores, 30 crores house he's holding. No problem. So once or twice I went to his house to get some paperwork and something like that. So he has not entertained me to come to his house in the security at the reception in this house. Whatever formality is done, it's a fine. There is no problem for that matter. The problem is with those checks. Now 3 times this was bounced. So 4 times I cannot produce. Already check bounce. The charges are very huge amount of charge. If your check is bouncing close to 1,000 to 200 rupees, 1,200 rupees penalty that is been recovered from your account, not his account. So that is the thing. So I have lost close to 10,000 rupees, 3 times submission. Then we have sent legal notice. First legal notice, second legal notice, third legal notice by registered post. So he has told his security that not to accept any letter. Now the real battle is studying not to accept. Thrice we have sent. We have to serve the notice. That is what it is. As per the law, it is telling that you have to serve the notice through lawyer. That is what we have done it. Now this is what all those notices with giving, explaining that you pay those things, whatever legal terms been used. Otherwise, you have to have this court of law, and there are many things it has been mentioned. So that legal things has been sent thrice, and thrice this was rejected, and it went to our address. So now the question is over here: how to handle this situation? How to handle such kind of people when you are not unable to serve the notice? That is what my number one question. And why this law is so much stringent now. It is told that if you are issuing somebody a check, it is bounced. It is a kind of a criminal offense, and there are certain laws has to be there to follow and prosecute him. There are many things. I will explain to you what are the laws is there in case of a bounce check. I'll come back to you. I am just reading out a few things. Check bounce notices. So that I should read. This is a legal thing, that's why I'm reading. Check bounce notice is nothing but an intimation to the user that legal action will be taken by the check beneficiary in case of non-payment of check amount on an immediate basis. This is the thing. जिसमें चेक बाउंस नोटिस का अंदर में बोला गया है, आप किसी को चेक देते हो, अगर वो बाउंस कर जाता है उसके ऊपर आप इमीडिएट एक्शन ले सकता है फॉर नॉन पेमेंट. इसके ऊपर दैट इज व्हाट टोल्ड. Overview of check bounce notices. Check bounce notice is nothing but an intimation to the user that legal action will be taken by the check beneficiary in case of non-payment of check amount on an immediate basis. That is after 3 times sending it by kind of a legal notice you are sending, in that is talking about. Otherwise, what is check? Everybody knows what is check. A check is a bill of exchange payable on demand. The issuer of the check is known as a drawer, whereas whose favor the check is issued is known as drawee. There are সবাই, anybody is handling with kind of a check, they know it. So it's a kind of a legal document that is for. Before serving notice to the maker of the check regarding bouncing of check, the following information is required mandatorily. What is that? Date when the check was drawn, date of presentation of the check, reason for non-realization of payment. So this is the three information. What are the things required to be considered for a validity of a check bounce notice? It is talking about is must be in reference to section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act. That is what it is. Information regarding the check presentation, reason for non-realization of payment, and information regarding the request made to the check user to make payment on an immediate. A notice must be presented within 30 days of return of check to the check issuer. Here the legal things are coming into the picture. Now the question is how to serve him notice, because you are depositing the checks in the bank for clearance. Even though information is going, maybe bank is telling they have received certain amount of check to be cleared. If you do not have the sufficient fund, if it is not there, so even nowadays they don't talk, bank people. If you have insufficient fund, they will see it is a bounced one, they will return this check. Now the question is over here, if you are not unable to serve the notice, what are the ways to serve the notice? That is my question. This fellow has told not to accept any kind of register letter or speed post letter or anything, because those documents has to be produced in court of law that you have given him enough intimation, at least thrice intimation you have given before getting into the court. Now, when can check bounce notice to be issued? This is what another part. The check must be presented within 6 months from the date of its issue. Number one, the check must have been dishonored due to non-sufficient fund. The maker of the check has not paid the amount within 15 days from the date of serving the notice regarding the bouncing of the check. The beneficiary has intimated the maker of the check within 30 days from the date of bouncing of the check. The check has been provided for settlement of any past liability, which means you have the check, you are producing. Finally, if you want to take a legal action, those kind of norms you have to follow it. But this fellow is not receiving anything. He is a kind of a non-cooperation movement he is doing. Now, if that is the case, bank is not, whether this, if you go to court, whether court is going to accept this is a case or not, because they are going to tell that you have not served the notice. This is not enough, because it might happen the place or address you are sending the notice, he might not be living there, he might have switched over from one place to another place. In the court of law, it is very, very difficult to prove until or unless you are physically serving the notice. Then it is written how to send a check bounce notice. A check bounce notice can be drafted through our platform. Once the drafting is completed, it is required to take a print and a plain paper or on the letterhead of the business. Thereafter, it is delivered to the check issuer. Check bounce notice must contain the following: name of the check beneficiary, name and address of the check issuer, the return date of the check, reasons for check return, request made to check issuer for immediate alternate payment, and that is issued as per section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act. Check bounce notice is sent through the registered post for the purpose of recording, issuing the date of notice formally. This is important. That means it has to be sent by registered post or speed post so that you have the record. That is also, you cannot send it by courier. That is one thing. Couriers are not accepted. Check beneficiary can retain one copy of the letter with himself, whereas the other copy is delivered to the check issuer through a registered post. That is what I told. Why and when check bounce notice is issued? The first condition of the check must be towards the liability within a period of 6 months of validity of the check. It should be presented to the beneficiary. Due to insufficient funds, the bank must have returned this check within 30 days. The receipt of the information from the bank regarding insufficiency of funds demand is raised by the payee by giving a written check bounce notice for the payment. Within 15 days of receipt of written notice, the check bounce drawer fails to make payment of the said amount. Within 1 month from the date of case of action arise, legal action is initiated. So this is what you cannot take immediate legal action. You have to follow certain procedure. Now, how to initiate legal action in case of check bounce? So this is again a procedure. So check beneficiary issues the check bounce notice by the registered post to the defaulter within a period of 30 days of check dishonor. The check bounce notice must be in a proper format consisting information regarding the transactional nature, the amount involved, the date or which check deposited with a bank, check bounce date, the reason of check bounce, and beneficiary made the payment request within 15 days. Everything has to be intimated. So many things, even check is bouncing, you have to intimate officially, and one should be very, very kind of have all kind of confirmation that person has been given enough information that your check is bounced, and whatever time frame everything has been, he has given enough time probably in this it is there. Now my question is revolving, this gentleman is totally not cooperating with the person. That is what it is. Within 30 days from the expiry of notice period of 15 days, the payee can file a criminal case in court in case of check issue made default in payment. Complaints regarding check bounce must be filed in a court of such city where the check was presented. Remember few things. One, the case is admitted in the court, a hearing will be done, and summons will be issued under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act. Check defaulter would have to appear before the court for resolution of this matter. Here, if somebody is not, it's absconding, then what are the ways? That is what. Here in my case, I am not able to serve him the notice because he was not accepting. There is no way to serve him notice. That is the important part. Then there is no question of getting to court and file a criminal case against him under 138 section, whatever is mentioned. In this case, that I want to know that what are the legal things, like how to. So it is not talking about how to get out from this thing and how to resolve this issue, what legally says. Now, again, it is telling what are the procedure of check bouncing. That is what it is. Punishment and penalty. Finally, it is telling what are the maximum and minimum punishment and penalty one can get on receiving the complaint along with an affidavit and relevant paper trail. The court will issue summons and hear the matter. If found guilty, the defaulter can be, imagine, can be punished with monetary penalty, which may be twice the amount of the check, or imprisonment for a term which may be extended to 2 years, or both. Right? The bank also has the right to stop the checkbook facility and close the account for repeat offenses of bounce checks. So, what we have understood? We have understood that you can have imprisonment, monetary penalty, double this amount. There are many things probably can be taken into consideration in that particular case, and this fellow will be bound to pay this amount. That is what it is telling. If drawer makes payment of the check amount within 15 days from the date of receipt of the notice, then drawer does not commit any offense. Let me again read out. If drawer make payment of the check amount within 15 days from the date of receipt of notice, the drawer does not commit any offense. So another 15 days relaxation given if he is paying this amount. Otherwise, the payee may proceed to file a complaint in the court of the jurisdictional magistrate within 1 month from the date of expiry of 15 days prescribed in the notice. Now, those are the very, very legal terms. So government has framed many things. They have not given thought of what if this person is not accepting all those things. This is an individual thing. It's a general thing. There is nothing wrong in this thing. In my case, what is happening, like, this person is not responding. He's not accepting any way, any legal document. Since he is living in a high society, there is no question of going there. So you cannot send police also. You cannot put him a police complaint of criminality. It has to be routed through 138. So those things are there. Now, anybody has got any legal opinion to come out from this thing, I'll be rather love it. Because again, somewhere it is telling the if the case is going, it takes 5 years, 8 years, 10 years to come down to a conclusion that what is the amount to be paid and how. Who has got so much time to get into 5 years, 10 years for this 4-5 lakhs rupees check, right? So nobody has got time. You have to pay to the lawyer. Even if you want to put a case, you have to also deposit some percentage of this amount. There are many subclause. Court will tell you to deposit some money, and many things are there. The other side. So getting into legal thing in India, everybody knows. So my only worry is check is a general exchange commodity. Many people they issue check to somebody. Many people are passing through the same kind of exercise. There's so much stress. It's not a small amount. So this is a big amount probably. For me, it is a big amount. Maybe for others might be. Whatever might be, this is an amount and it has to be respected. That is what the main issue. Here, the honesty is coming into the picture. I want to tell you the honesty is not there with many people. This gentleman talks many philosophical thing. I want to tell This gentleman is none other than it is my kind of a document. I want to tell you it is Norris Mangani. So he's a big shot, right? He felt that law should not catch him. So he has put a lot of ceilings in his house. He told the security many things he has told. So not to entertain small thing. For him, might be this amount is a small amount, but one has to be very honest in life. So when you refer somebody like Ratan Tata, you are having tea. First of all, you do not have the, you have never probably have seen, only you have referred Ratan Tata. So I do not like to bring down the comparison that you are having tea. That means you mean to say you are very close to Ratan Tata. It is not that way. You are living in a kind of a false world probably. If you are not able to pay this small amount, which is really you should pay to me, so you are not respecting that part also. What honesty level you will be holding? So life, you face so much problems in life, and those things are common in life. And I might not be knowing a lot of legal things, but getting into legal, asking lawyer, paying huge amount of money and spending those things, spending your energy drafting many things, it takes sucks your time, energy. So you have to divert yourself from some other, because you have to give all kind of information to the lawyer for drafting purpose, many things. So friends, if you have any advice towards this criminality, lot of Facebook friends, they are lawyer, I could see they can guide me. So I want to give him a lesson to this fellow. So I was holding so much papers, so much paper, so much legal documents. I have everything with me, this much documents, all legal documents. So in India, those legal documents has got no meaning. Sometimes I feel laws should be very kind of a straightforward. For a bounce check, I personally feel that banks should be given a lot of authority to, if check is produced, they should have a team probably, or to pull out the money, and they should convince the person that this check you cannot dishonor. Some mechanism probably has to be drawn. Otherwise, this legal thing, it's a very silly thing probably, I feel, and it takes very long time. फ्रेंड्स, मैंने हिंदी में क्या बताऊँ इसके बाद, जो बताया इंग्लिश में आप समझ गया। कमन चीज़ है, चेक बाउंस होता है तो क्या क्या होता है। बैंकिंग सिस्टम में बहुत कुछ लिखा हुआ है चेक बाउंस में। लॉ भी हमारा बहुत चीज़ बताता है। चेक बाउंस होता है तो इम्प्रिजमेंट होता है। हमारे पास 4.5-5 लाख रुपए का चेक पड़ा हुआ है, ऐसा ही 2019, अभी 2021 चल रहा है, हम कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा है। नोटिस भेज रहा है, नोटिस नहीं ले रहा है, तो करूँ क्या करूँ। हम लीगल एक्शन भी नहीं ले सकता है। तो हमारे लिए चेक जो है ना, रद्दी कचड़ा जैसा है, कचड़े का डब्बा में फेंकने जैसा है। मैं इसको संभाल के रख रहा हूँ अभी भी, बिकॉज इसको मैंने अभी बैंक में फिर से जमा नहीं कर सकता, इसका डेट चला गया। तो चेक फिर से प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर पाएंगे। इफ़ ही डजंट गिव ए फ्रेश चेक काइंड ऑफ थिंग, उसका अगर विजडम, अच्छी विजडम होता है, वो अगर मान जाते हैं तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन वो मरने वाला के अंदर में नहीं है। इंसान जब टेढ़ा होता है, मैं आलू का बात बताता हूँ। ये लोग का आलू का इतना डिजीज़ हो गया ना, डिजीज़ से उसको बचने के लिए समाज का अंदर में ये रॉटन है, रॉटन रैट्स है। ये रैट्स से आप कैसे बचोगे? बचने का एक ही तरीका होता है, सेल्फ डिस्ट्रक्शन। मैंने बिलीव करता हूँ। सो rather than being after them, God is great, they will destroy themselves by nature. If you are dishonest in life, I told, I have seen in my life many ways. So God is great sometime, law is there. I am not a person to go after law for 5 lakhs rupees. No time. No time in that sense, that energy I will be spending with the lawyer, all those things. Even this person can drag me up to 8 or 10 years for that matter. So it is needless to say at the end of the day that It is not a good idea to get into court. Even after verdicts also, he can go to the higher court. Finally, he can say, I don't have money. I don't have money to eat. So then the human rights will come. Okay, this gentleman has given this check. He doesn't have food to eat. So what to do? You pardon him or whatever, I do not know. Anyway, friends, thank you very much. If you have any opinion about this matter, please do write to me, and probably you might be facing the similar kind of thing in your life. In many ways, everybody face a small thing in their life. Check bouncing is a very common phenomena. I have seen many checks bounce. I have in my file. I have taken out only one this incident. Probably this person is very rich, and he feels himself is very honest person in life, and he has connection with very big people, and he is a millionaire, multi-millionaire fellow. So multi-millionaire fellow, for him this much amount of money is a kind of a very small thing. Probably I failed, but he doesn't have money for that. Anyway, thanks a lot for hearing me out, and if any lawyer, the legal who understand the legal thing, please write to me. I want to know, because I've been trying to contact this gentleman for many months. Every month I try to call him. Now he has changed the SIM card. So even if I go at his residence, probably the security is going to tell that this gentleman is not there at home. So my entire day will be a waste kind of. So I don't like to do the waste management in life by treating this mind. This waste mind altogether. This is a waste mind. You can treat the waste garbage, but this waste mind you cannot. The intellectual qualified waste mind you cannot bring down to a purified form, because they are very kind of a complicated one. Their entire life they have given this much this kind of work and everything. So in life one need to understand with bad people and good people. It's a lesson for me to know the people, because I was not very aware of a whole lot of things. I believe that if somebody has given a check, it's like a kon banega crorepoti, you have given a check, but you have not given the thought dialectically that it can also bounce. So you take the face value. That's why I'm telling, please don't accept check. You accept DD or anything negotiable. This check is a very kind of a risky affair. Until or unless somebody is very close to you, whom you know personally, if it is an unknown thing, please take the DD, demand draft. Once again, thank you very much for hearing me out. Bye bye. Take care.